The silo. Looks like a nice rapey place to get a meal. So I was thinking about something the other day. Went on a ride with my brother-in-law, Captain Brunch Racer. Brunch Rap Supreme. And I noticed that I never really had any friends that rode. There's like one guy that I would ride with very infrequently, but now my brother-in-law's got a bike. I ride with him quite a bit. And then the other day we went up to New Glarus Brewery in Wisconsin, and it turned into like a big group ride. Well, not big, it's the biggest group that I've ever ridden in. Met my brother-in-law and a couple of his buddies, and it was 4 of us. We rode up and picked up 2 more, so there was 6 of us riding up there, and I was thinking, man, this is the biggest group that I've ever been involved in, at least planned anyway. My grandpa always used to say, he goes, yeah, I never really rode with any people. We'd get on the road, it was me and 2 other guys, we'd get on the road, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and one guy was just kind of getting smaller and smaller. Well, the guy was only willing to do the exact speed limit, no more. He says, no matter who you ride with, you always have to be in sync. You always have to want to ride the same places. If you go on a trip, you have to want to stay in the same places. So he says, one guy didn't want to keep the pace that everybody else did, and it's not like they were doing 100 miles an hour. They were just doing a little over the speed limit. One guy didn't want to do that. And then when they would stop someplace, one guy wanted to just ram down fast food and go, and one guy wanted to sit at a restaurant and eat, and they stayed overnight. If they stayed overnight anywhere, one guy wanted to stay in the cheapest, nastiest hotels, and the other guy wanted to stay in a nice place. And it's all about who you ride with. And I started thinking about it. Since I've never really had anybody to ride with, I think I like riding alone by myself a little more. You go to some people, oh yeah, we're having this huge group ride, there's going to be like 20 bikes. Well, that's going to be full of idiots doing 100 mile an hour wheelies. There's always somebody who's trying to show off, and they got big ball syndrome, and they're trying to fly around a corner and low side or something. Look at this moron. And all these guys goofing off, somebody's going to try something that's above their confidence level, and it's going to end up biting them. So I like riding with one other guy. If he does he wants to do the same speed limit as I do, he wants to go the same places as I do. That's why it works out that the old Capitan Brunch Racer wants to go to the same places and do the same things. It's like, well, where do you want to go? Well, how do you feel about breweries? Well, I like drinking beer. How do you feel about making a big trip on a motorcycle and going to a brewery, having a pint, and then coming back? He doesn't want to go there, get plastered, and then expect to find our way back. Just wants to go, have a ride, grab a beer, maybe eat some lunch, and then come back. It's that easy. Simple. He's about an hour and 15 minutes away from me. Sometimes I'll ride down to meet him, and then we'll ride. So it's even better. I get to ride for an hour by myself with no other constraints, and then meet up with him and do whatever the hell we want. It's fantastic. And then he's like, why do you have so many more miles than me on your bike? Like, well, I ride down to meet you every time. He's like, oh, sorry. He goes, I'll have to ride up and see you a bunch of times. Like, yeah, that's fine, but I don't mind. More miles for me. I love riding. There was one point during our group ride where there were 3 of us on these sport bikes. We were getting ready to split up, but we were going a little fast, maybe doing closer to 80 on the highway, and then they were doing closer to 70, so we just kind of started lagging. And before you know it, it's like you look in the rearview mirror like, oh my god, where'd they go? What happened? And you'd look way back and they're still riding. It's like, well, You know, you keeping up, or are you slowing down, or are we saying goodbye, or what are you doing? Fat Man Bowl, food and fun. That's what I like. Someplace let in a couple of nasty dudes. Rita's Food Lounge. What are these places? These are terrible. Got the Fat Man Bowl and got Rita's Food Lounge. If you just want to lounge around and have food. You think they got couches in there? They just, when you see a movie and somebody's being royally pampered, people are feeding you grapes. Can I do this? Is left turn legal here? Well, I suppose I am in the left turn lane. The old GW. The G-Dub. These look like cookie cutter houses. I was expecting these to be like monster mansions. Let's turn around. This sucks. This is always interesting to me. Constant Organization Limited. And they got this truck and they got their phone number on it. Why would I call the phone number on the back of your vehicle if I have no idea what you do? Like, tell me what you CO with a couple of boxes. Ooh, we got an equestrian. Equestrians. Ladies, you and your equestrian tendencies.